I didn't really grow up spoiled. That's why I'm how I am. Like, I had to go get it.
Exactly.
Like, now people are shopping with me just off the name, booking me just off the name. And I knew people was going to grasp to the spoiled brat life, and especially when they really understood what it really meant, because truthfully, we don't spoil ourselves enough.
Did you think that you would get out and open up your own spa?
Absolutely.
I knew it. That's why I asked. Happy Wednesday, winners. It is our favorite day of the week, and you are now tuned in to another weekly episode of the Ladies in Motion podcast, Talk It Out, where I shine light on women that's winning in the local community. I'm your host, Madam Walker, and I'm so excited for y'all to meet today's winning lady, my girl, CEO Brie. Welcome to the show.
Hey, girl. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here, y'all. I'm super excited. We were just talking a little bit before the camera started rolling. I've only met Brie one other time, and I was at a co-working event, and she was at an event hosted by one of your mentors.
Yes.
And I seen her walk by, and I was like, I gotta go ask her what she do, because you just look so beautiful and put together, and I just knew that you were in something beauty. I did when I seen you. So that means you represent yourself well.
Thank you so much.
And welcome to the show. So I'm super glad to just uncover your story, get to know you. This platform is all about giving women their flowers while they can still smell them, letting you know, I see you, girl. But I'm here to tell you that I see you, and I'm rooting for you, and I want you to win. So you're welcome. Welcome to the show. We're going to get right started, okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
Because we got a lot to unpack.
Period.
Y'all, Brie is really, really bossed up. I've enjoyed watching you online, after just meeting you. Again, we met one time. After this has all been online. So I've just enjoyed watching you. You keep your hand busy, and you a hustler, you a go-getter.
Period.
And you're born and raised right here in Atlanta. So just before we get started, tell me a little bit just about you.
I am CEO Brie. I am 25 years old. I am from Atlanta, Georgia. Well, I'm not from Atlanta. I'm from the east side. But I am a serial entrepreneur. I just recently closed my spa down. So I only have my skincare products, but I am a licensed esthetician. And I'm soon launching my creative agency.
And we are going to unpack it all here today. So if you're tuned into this, I need you to like this video, okay? Comment your favorite part, because I know she's going to drop gems, some things that will inspire you. And make sure you subscribe, because we got more women that's winning coming all season.
Yes.
But I'm super excited, again, to just talk about your story. I know just from doing my research that you went to esthetician school right out of high school, but I want to talk a little bit before that, okay? Mm-hmm. Growing up and just doing this, I learned you was a little hustler though, since a young age though. So let's talk about that. Okay. And I do want to ask you, is entrepreneurship something that you seen around you, like your parents, or were you told to go the traditional college and career route, and you just found yourself in entrepreneurship, or was that always the plan for you?
Funny story. I grew up around entrepreneurship. My family business is a funeral home, which is in a whole nother state. My mom is originally from Kentucky. Mm-hmm. I literally just got back at 11 a.m. today.
I seen that.
I told my mom, I said, Mommy, we got to leave at 5 a.m. because I have an interview. I won't reschedule. I won't miss it.
Thank you. I love that.
And she was like, oh, no, I'm going to get you back. I'm going to get you back.
Moms understand the business.
She said, no worries. Mm-hmm. But I always grew up around entrepreneurship. That's what's just in my family. And my mom always told me, you can be whatever you want to be as long as you ain't no bum. Mm-hmm. I support whatever you want to do, but you got to do something.
But you got to do something.
So, so my grandparents, we have a family business. We've been open for over 80 years. And then my dad's parents also had their own business as well. Okay. So I just always was around.
So true to this, not new to this. It's
and then my dad used
to
have his own trucking company.
Okay.
So yeah.
And so as a young lady, I seen that you was hustling, starting with hair and hair bows or something like that. So I just want to talk about that, even young then, because the theme for January is new levels, new legacy. Yes. And so I like to talk about the mindset that you have to take on to even get to new levels. So what was the mindset, even as a young lady, even though you've seen this around you, you created your own lane early. What was the mindset of CEO Brie way back then?
So, truthfully, I always said that I was always the youngest person. I was the youngest, granddaughter for so long. I do have younger cousins now, but I was, the baby for so long. Mm-hmm. So, I always was I want to be the youngest person on Forbes. I always said that. And I was 17, I want to buy a pink Rolex. Didn't do that. And I'm not the youngest person on Forbes, but it's okay. I'll be on Forbes soon. No worries.
Very soon.
But that was just my mindset. I was just I got to go get it. And then, growing up, we really didn't have, money like that.
Right.
So it was like, oh, I ain't living like this. Like,
It's where you think that like drive come from, you know, to even think like that. Because even when I was a kid, I don't know, maybe it's just Hollywood, but it's music in Atlanta. I always wanted to be in Atlanta because it's just so much was happening, you know. So where does that drive come from for you? Like,
this thing literally, truly what I grew up around and like how I grew up, like, we had to make some money. Like, like I said, I didn't grow up with money. Like, my mom, we didn't have money. Like, I know, and I got money at an early age. Like, as soon as I was able to legally work, I got a job. Like, I was always a friend with a job. I was always a friend with money. Like, I was a friend, like, oh, you ain't got no money, you better call Brie.
Okay, because
Brie ain't gonna give it to you. But
but she got it.
But I got
she got it to give.
Because I just feel like, why you ain't got no job? If I got a job, I feel like you can go get a job. Because everybody was always older than me. So it was just like,
so if I'm the youngest when I'm out here, why you ain't out here?
Why you ain't out here getting it? And then also, my mom she never went for the laziness. Like, you are going to do something with your life. Because my mom grew up rough. Like, so she's like, you finna go get something. And my dad, like, he gonna go get some money. Like, that's one thing I say. My dad, he kind of didn't teach me that much. But he taught me, go get some money. Like,
go out there and
get some money. And that's what it was. Like, I was always around that. And, like, my dad told me the other day, like, because I'm like, I don't understand why this person's so lazy. Like, you got to go get some money. He was like, you got to understand what you grew up around. Like, they didn't grow up around that. And I'm like, that ain't got nothing to do with it. And he was like, but it does.
It does, though. I'm telling you.
So I was just like, I guess it's just always what I grew up around. And I always had big things. Like, where I grew up, I didn't want to stay there. Like, I always wanted to, like I said, I always wanted some money. Like, I have this big, lavish life. Like, I got to support that.
Today's episode of Talk It Out is sponsored by Coach Lee. Coach Lee is a productivity and accountability coach, coaching corporate and professional women to find the hidden time in their day, allowing them to pursue their goals, passions, and life purpose while managing their current responsibilities. She's also an Amazon best-selling author with Lee's Laws of Productivity, her guide to getting things done, boosting efficiency, and achieving your goals without feeling overwhelmed or stressed out. It's packed with practical tips, actionable strategies, and real-life examples to help you level up your productivity game and reclaim your time. Make sure you follow Coach Lee on all platforms at Legally Me, and that is legally.me, LEGALLEE.me. Thank you so much, Coach Lee, for sponsoring today's episode.
So what made young Brie want to be an esthetician? Like, right out of high school, did you even explore other options? Like, oh, I'm going to go to college? Or was it straight up like, I'm going to get this trade so I can make me some money? Like, what even led you to that lane, to esthetician school, right out of high school?
Right out of high school. But truthfully, I always wanted to own my own spa. Like, that was my biggest thing. I always loved the spa. So I used to be like, my family, I used to be like, y'all come to Brie's spa. But it was really just my room. And truthfully, I really didn't know what an esthetician was because I thought like a massage therapist just did everything in a spa. I just thought everything was a massage therapist. And in 6th grade, I said, I'm not going to college. I had this teacher named Miss Butler.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to college. And when it was time, like closing time for like the college, like window, I told my mom, I was like, I guess I'll just go to Georgia State and do business and do facials on the side. So when I'm finished, I could just open up my spa. My mom like, you can't touch nobody's face without a license? And I was like, okay. But at the time, I was working a serving job, so I thought it was like a liquor license. You just go pay for it type thing. So I was like, okay, where I go buy it? And she was like, no, you got to go to school. I was like, what we talking about then? I'm going to go to school for that. She's like, call your cousin. My cousin, Nene, she went to school to be a cosmetologist.
Okay.
So I basically called her and was like, this is what I want to do. So she was like, so you want to be an esthetician? I'm like, Esther what? I never even heard of it before.
Wow.
She was like, look it up. That's exactly what you want to do. Girl, I looked it up. I said, Mom, we got to go find a school tomorrow. And she was like, let's go find a school. And like, we went to go find a school and boom.
I love that you had support. Like, you know, your mom's like, well, listen, okay, yeah, you can do it, but you can't do it without this.
Yes.
And then, you know, just gave you the resources to even put that in your mind. Like, yeah, you can, but it's not. You got to have a plan. Obviously, you know, just ain't gonna come overnight.
It ain't gonna come overnight.
And so, what was esthetician school like? Especially as a young lady, like everybody who I know who are estheticians, they did this not too long ago, you know, and we grown.
Me too.
You know, so but you so young, and people are becoming estheticians now, but because it's a thing. But you back, you know, 18. Young, fresh out of school.
I actually graduated high school when I was 17. I started esthetician school when I was 17. I was the youngest person in the entire school in every department. Esthetician school was very janky.
Why you say that?
I went to the worst school in Georgia.
Really?
Like, but I tell people all the time, like, you gotta just pick your problem because every school gonna have a problem. My school was horrible. Like,
really?
The only reason I stayed at that school was because I had an amazing teacher. Shout out to Miss Amanda.
Okay, so you had a great teacher, just the school though.
The school was horrible. The lady was like racist. It was really bad. Like it was like I hated it.
So not the best experience.
No, and then it was like I was still like I was really young, and the people was like older, and it was like older like catty women. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna keep it a book. I wasn't with that. You're not gonna talk to me crazy. And I was like I said, I was young, so I was still on some high school stuff. Like we could step outside, we could do it out. and that was I had to adjust, but I'm so glad I went through that because even my classmates was like, Brie, like you're really good at this, but you gotta learn how to like. No, we in the real world now. Like, you're not gonna just get suspended. Because in my mind, what's up? Like,
you want to handle this and take whatever consequences.
Like, you get what I'm saying? They're like, no, Brie, like, this is real life now, which I always knew it was real life, of course.
Right.
But like I said, we could definitely step outside.
Yeah, because you're young, too.
Definitely,
and
that was
the youngest
thing.
person.
And then also, they were really, really catty. And I'm just not with that. Like, why we can't just do work and go about the day. And I felt like they really used to try me because I was young.
Just because you are young.
And I've always went through that my entire life. And I was just never the type of girl to go for that.
Not here. Not today.
I never went for that.
So in esthetician school also, like, what did you feel like when you came out of it? Did you feel like prepared for your role though? Or was it like, dang, they didn't teach me this in school, or this is not what I expected it to be? Like, what was your experience like in school and then coming out, fresh out, especially being so young?
So Miss Amanda, like I said, Miss Amanda was that girl. Like, she was amazing. Like, the school was so bad. Like, the school was hating on us. The owner was mad because Miss Amanda would take us on field trips, teach us different stuff, bring in people. Like, they don't teach waxing in school, but Miss Amanda brought in people to teach us waxing.
Okay.
They didn't like that. Like, it was just like
Why
really
would they not teach that at school though?
But like schools just don't do that. Like, you had to take a whole nother course for that.
Wow.
Right. We learned chemical pills in school. I think people are kind of sort of learning chemical pills now, but back in 2018, they wasn't teaching no chemical pills at school. But Miss Amanda brought people in. We went to the Skeleton Museum.
That's what's up.
We went to the Skeleton Museum to understand the body more because Miss Amanda always taught us, like, it's more to aesthetics than just the face. Like, you need to learn the body.
That's nice.
Right.
That's good.
And then I actually ended up working at a spa. And when I worked at the spa, it was like, dang, because I'm going to be honest, when I was in esthetician school, I'm like, I'm a boss. Like, I'm not going to work for nobody else. Like,
I'm going to ask you that next. So that was my question. So, because I hear that you've been ambitious since a young child, and then you were going to go to esthetician school. That was your plan, and you did. And so in my head, it's like, dang, I wonder what was your plan initially, though. So prior to getting into esthetician school, what was your plan? Did you think that you would get out and open up your own spa?
Absolutely.
I knew it. That's why I asked. Okay, so tell me what the plan was and what made you pivot, like the process to pivot.
Okay. The plan was immediately go, I'm like, I'm a boss, so I don't got to work for nobody. Stupid. Y'all, don't do that. I tell people that all the time. Y'all, do not do that. And I'm pretty sure it's because I was, like, young, and I've, like, always just, I'm a boss. Like, so that was my mindset. But when I went to go work at a spa, and like I said, one thing about me, I'm going to go get some money. Like, if the money not coming in for me, I'm going to still go get some money. So I worked at a spa, and I was so glad that I did that because, like, it was so many small things that I saw that taught me so much. Like, basic things about how you keep your files, how to deal with customers. Like, it was, like, so little stuff. And I'm like, dang, I'm so glad I worked here.
That's good.
Because my customer service would have been bad. And it's not on purpose because I'm not rude to my clients or nothing like that. The customer journey, the client journey, like, all that would have been messed up. Like, how to deal with employees and things like that. Like, but I will say, me working at a spa is the reason why I never hired employees.
Really?
And I know a lot of people are going to be like, what? That don't make sense.
So working at the spa, what were some of the positives that you took away from that? Like, okay, I'm actually glad. And you just listed a few. But then why would you even say, like, me working here is actually the reason why I never do this? Like, what were some of the negatives that made you say that?
Okay, so I know myself, right? And I know it's just a lot of stuff I'm not going to deal with. And I don't got to deal with it. I tell people all the time, you run your own show. You are the director, EP, writer, cut, whatever you run your business exactly how you want to run your business. But working with the girls, like, they genuinely just did not care about that lady's stuff because it wasn't theirs. They would literally say, I don't care, I don't work here. Like, this ain't my stuff.
I get what you're saying.
And, like, they lost so many customers because of this. I'm like, I'm literally watching people be like, this ain't my business. I'm trying to build up my own clientele anyway. I ain't worried about this. I'm like,
dang.
I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all not for real. And then one lady was like, yeah, I'm just here to get the training. I'm finna quit. I'm like,
dang, that's crazy.
I'm like, wait, what?
No intention.
And then I would hear other people horror stories like, yeah, I caught them talking about me. Or, yeah, one girl, I had to put her on a contract because she was just wanting to get the training and leave because she really didn't want to pay for it. I'm like, girl, I'm going to come find you.
Wow, the horror story.
That's just me. So I just know myself. And like I said, I don't have to put up with that. I genuinely don't have to put up with that.
Because you're a one-woman show.
And it's not even just a one-woman show because I feel like I don't believe in just one-woman shows. But
right.
I always had products. So it's like, I don't have to stand in here all day long. I can also go online. Like, you know, I can also just close my shop down and go do an event and make the amount of money that I was going to do there. It was always like, dang, I'm letting my clients down. I wish I could have somebody in here. And granted, I could have done that, but it's going to be at a certain time. Like, if you sick, I still got to go show up there.
Right.
I might have planned to be out of town, girl.
Right.
My family live all over the U.S.
Right.
I could have been going to Chicago. And you talking about something, you sick. Or your son sick. And I ain't going to say I don't care about people's kids, but business is business. I don't care.
Right.
Like,
business.
You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, I just know myself. And I really didn't feel like I was prepared to work with anybody else because you're not going to tear down what I built up because I literally saw it with my own two eyes. Them employees tore that lady business down. It was a couple actually, but the woman mainly runs the show. Right. So I'm like, wow, y'all really are breaking this lady business down. They ended up having to let me go from the spa. That's how I ended up leaving the spa. I didn't quit or get fired. They ended up having to let me go because clientele got so freaking low.
Dang.
It was like, nah, I can't do that.
So I'm glad that you kind of experienced that because, like you said, it just, it opened your eyes to a few different things. Like now, no, I don't want to manage no employees, but you also get to see that you need to make other lanes for this. Like, I got products online, I got this, I got that, so I don't have to stand here all day. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I want to talk about you just finding your lane as an esthetician in this industry, because I seen that you started out with the body contouring. And I just want to talk about that, like what even made you, and how long after even being an esthetician did you say, okay, you know what, I'm going to get into body contouring, and what made you get into that?
So actually, body contouring really wasn't that popular back in 2018. It's really more so on the West Coast. And then it was like maybe about 2 or 3 people here in Atlanta doing it for real. Right. It was the lady that I went to. Shout out to Crystal. Crystal, I didn't go to Crystal to take my class, but Crystal was doing it in Dream Body Studio. When I first saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? This looks so cool. Like, this is a machine, non-invasive. I'm like, what exactly do non-invasive mean? I looked it up. I was like, oh, this fire. I'm in esthetician school, though. I'm like,
so while you was in school, you was doing this little research. My girl be on it. I love that. So you was right on it.
Yeah, I said, I'm about to go take this certification. And I was like, I need help. And one of my classmates actually found the class for me. I left school and went to go pay my deposit.
I love that.
So, yeah.
Just very intentional the whole time since a young lady.
Yes. So I was like, yeah, because I want to graduate esthetician school with my license and my certification in body contouring. Because I'm about to kill this body contouring
You
stuff.
knew it.
I already knew it. Like, I knew off rip, like, oh, this my speed right here. Okay. Like, I could do this. So.
And what did you enjoy body contouring? Like, what was that like? And see, and I just in doing my research, I heard you talking about your I think your grandfather, and you telling him sometimes like Papa 3. I think that's what you call him, Papa 3. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm finna show out, girl. I can't wait to show. That's who I just left. That's who owns the funeral home.
Right. So I remember you telling him that like Papa 3, you can't be like that. You got to be open to business, changing, because things change in business all the time. So and you talked about that that around the body contouring part because you said it wasn't that popular in 2018, but now it kind of is. You know, we see it a little bit more. So is that something you're still doing it? And why is body contouring important? And what is that for people who are watching who probably don't even know what that is?
So basically, first, body contouring and body sculpting. Body contouring and body sculpting is the same thing, but it's just a non-invasive treatment where you don't have to go under a knife. And invasive, that means they go in, like inside of you and stuff like this. And this machine, anybody can do it. They use like a light wave and a sound wave to get to your fat cells and tighten up your skin and things like that. It's for people who just are afraid of surgery. Actually, body contouring and body sculpting actually died down now. Most people are doing like the fat dissolving shots. And truthfully, they just going to go get surgery now. For real.
They ain't taking
They said, listen, I'm done with this.
Get straight to it.
I'm about to just go in and forget it. But originally, it was so good because you got real results. I love doing it because people were like literally shocked and amazed. Like I literally changed people's lives, and that was the part where I just enjoyed so much. It was like, wow, like it's people crying to me. I done boosted up her confidence. She going to go get her a man now. Like I was so happy because it was like, dang, I did that.
From
like,
all what you offered.
I had one client. She was really skinny, but her baby like stretched her skin out. Like it was like set. Like I could like pull the skin like this.
Really?
And I had tightened up her skin so good that she lied to her husband. She's like, yeah, I've been in the gym doing these skin tightening workouts. He's like, yeah. And he ended up popping up on us one day. I was like, just lie to him and tell him it's the wax. I'm finna go cut on the wax pot. Act like you getting the wax.
Oh my God, that is too
and
funny.
then he ended up just catching us, and he was like, wow, like I can't believe you just did that. And he ended up paying for her another like treatment. 3 sessions because he was like, I can't believe this. Like it's working. It did it so fast. He was like, I knew something was wrong because ain't no way that just
she ain't in no gym.
Like he was like, she would come in with gym clothes on and everything. It was quite hilarious.
That is funny. Oh my gosh.
Right. But I just really enjoyed changing people's lives, like giving them their confidence back, making them feel secure within themselves again. Like, you know, like people be like, I'm in the gym, but I can't get rid of this stubborn fat. Okay, I got you. And it was like, they'll go to the gym and be like, girl, I should have been coming here.
Instead of the gym, you know? Being in the beauty industry, have you ever got in it and felt like, oh, I am sick of beauty, or maybe this ain't my lane? No.
Never. When I tell you I love this, I love it. Never. I can't see myself doing anything else for real. It's like, what would I do?
Right.
You know?
This is
like even with my creative agency, I'm helping beauty entrepreneurs. I can help anybody, but my niche is beauty entrepreneurs. It's just like, that's just my speed. Like I've always been like a girl who kept they self up though. So like, baby, in high school, I'm sewing queen. I'm getting a new sewing every 30 days. Everybody knew that about me. This one girl I went to high school with, she was like, Brie, I got so many videos of you, and you always got a new like hairstyle. Like you always had a sewing, always. First of all, one thing my mama always told me was like, girl, you gotta keep yourself up. Like your hair need to be done. Like so, when I got a job, girl, I'm standing outside. If you know back in the day, True Glory, them $50 bundle days, I'm standing outside like we standing outside for Jordans.
That is too funny.
I need them $50 bundles.
I love Georgia, I swear. I think that's dope. And I think it's, you know, amazing that you're in the beauty industry because even when I first met her, y'all, what brought me to you, like you look like a beauty entrepreneur. You really did. You was looking good, girl. And I think y'all was in all black.
Yes, we was in all black.
But you was looking good.
Candace always make us wear all black. I'm like, Candace, can we not wear all black?
I love that. So, oh my God, it's just so much on here. And I just have notes. And you're so young and you've done so much. So I'm just very impressed. Like, let's talk about Sculpt and Heal.
Okay.
And just creating products. Like, you know, what made you get in that lane? You know, how long after doing the body contouring, which shocks me, this girl came out of school certified, you know. So you came out of school certified and you did that for some time. How long into, like, being in that lane did you say, you know what, I'm going to create some of my own products? And what made you even step into that lane? So
actually, the Sculpt and Heal products, which is my wellness line, I actually just launched that last year.
So that's new.
Right.
Okay.
But, so I always had skincare products, but I wanted to launch wellness products because I just wanted to elevate my brand. But when I wanted to elevate my brand and I saw it was a major, major gap in the industry, like people didn't realize like your lymphatic system is so important. If you have a healthy lymphatic system, you have a healthy body. Like that's no lie. But people didn't know what the lymphatic system was. They didn't never heard of lymphatic drops. Like It was crazy.
I never heard of that.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Ever.
So I feel like I was the person to bridge that gap between the lack of education and the education.
Mm-hmm.
And people would see the major difference. And then I would be telling people, girl, just go on Amazon, grab these little products real quick. And people would be getting it like that in my face. And I'm like, hold on now.
You seen a window of opportunity.
I seen a window. I said, wait a minute. And I love making products. Like, that's just my thing. I just love making products. So I'm like, I think I can make these. Mm-hmm. And I think I could be pretty good at it. So I knew I wanted to do lymphatic drops. I also did a metabolism fat burner drop.
Okay.
And that really shocked me that I was able to really formulate that, but I was a little nervous.
What does the process look like formulating these things and just coming up with that? Because I love that you've done that. I really, really do. And you're so young.
Thank you.
You know, so I just love that you've done that. I love that you're hungry and you're seeing like, hey, there's a need for this. Oh, I can create this. Mm-hmm. And I think it's nice because I feel like you recognize your power. Like, mm-hmm. okay, I'm referring people to do this. They're doing it right away. Like, my word is valuable. And they're taking what I'm saying and they're applying it right away.
Exactly.
You know, so you're seeing that window of opportunity, like you said, for yourself. So, mm-hmm. you know, how do you even educate yourself, you know, do your research to even make something like this possible?
So, truthfully, Miss Amanda, I should say my high school teacher.
I love that. Good mentorship.
My esthetician teacher, she had us, like, studying different, like, products in school. And I found out that one of my favorite skincare products had horse urine in it. Mm. I was like, oh, no. I said, wait a minute. And that's what made me do skincare products. But then after that, I just really started studying ingredients, natural things like that. And one thing about me, I don't take no type of medicine. I do herbs with everything. Mm-hmm. So I'm really good at studying herbs and realizing what herbs is good for. Mm-hmm. And the lymphatic drops is all natural, and all lymphatic drops is natural. All that are just herbs. Mm-hmm. So I was just studying different herbs, and I'm like, okay. And I'm the guinea pig for everything, which be messing me up sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
somebody got to do it.
That'd be a bad part, especially when it's skincare products. Like, girl, my skin would start breaking out, and I'd be like, sorry guys, I'm testing something new.
That is so funny. But that's good though to even hear that. Like, if you're watching this, you know that she's testing these out on herself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that, to me, that's what like sells a brand.
Yes.
Because, you know, I know that this is you for real. It's not like, you know, some celebrities though, because we quick to buy something from one of them, but it's like, are you even real? They might not even be using their real products.
Girl, they're just the face.
It's just the face. You get what I'm saying? So that's nice. Like, even when doing my research, it's like, dang, Brie, you don't know her stuff. Like, she did her stuff to formulate her lymphatic drops and do what she needed to do. So I love
even
that.
Like my mom with the metabolism drops. So my mom goes to a workout boot camp, and she does it 5 days out the week, right? And I don't really sweat like that. That's what drove me to actually make the product.
Right.
Girl, my mama tested them products with me because I had already tested. I was like, Mommy, I think I got one. She was like, all right, give it to me. Because one thing about me, I have to test the products before I let anybody else test the products. Okay. So I was like, I got to test it first, but I think it's doing good. I was at the gym, and my boyfriend, he my personal trainer. And he was like, oh, you sweating. I was like, I am. I'm sweating hard, too. But that was the goal because I don't really sweat like that. My metabolism is like, I used to be a cheerleader, and people don't know that about the body. Like,
for the cheerleader.
Yes. People don't know, like, if you are really active young and then you stop being active, your metabolism immediately stops and slows down. So we hit a plateau. So I was getting a little big. I was like, we can't do that.
But so funny.
I didn't sweat. I've never been a sweater though.
Right.
But as you get older, baby, it's time to sweat.
Right.
You're gonna have to start sweating.
You gotta let that out.
Yeah, you know, and people don't realize that, but that's also part of your lymphatic system. Your lymphatic system drains through urine, bowel movements, and sweat. So my lymphatic system is not draining properly right now. It's a lack of sweat. So I'm like, oh, I'm sweating. I'm like, I got to hit with this one. So my mom tried them, and every morning she's sending me pictures like, girl, and my mom sweats, but she's like, no, girl, I'm sweating.
That's amazing.
Like, she would send me pictures drenched. I'm like, yeah.
And how does that make you feel? You know, just to know what you created, it works. Like, not just on you. You know, pass it to the next person. You know, so how does that make you just feel that something you're creating, like, they got to feel purposeful, right?
I want to hit backflips. I be so happy. And I've had time, and I've had plenty of times where it's a fail. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, can't do that one. Uh-huh. And I've had times where I find like a product will work, and then it stopped working. I immediately pull it off my site.
Really?
I don't even play like that. Mm-hmm. Like my sunscreen, I didn't make that one because, girl, let me tell you, I tried to make a sunscreen for 3 years straight. It never worked. Okay.
Really?
It never worked because I was like, all right, Brie, this is something you can't do. Okay. You gotta go get a chemist. So I found the manufacturer, and it was good at first, but then it's like the more I ordered, the less they cared about the material.
Yeah.
And what they didn't realize is the same thing like with a lot of people, this situation with hair. Mm-hmm. Like, if you tell your vendor, like, all right, this is for me, then I'm about to order a big batch, they're gonna send you the good hair. And then the batch is going to be trash. Okay. But they're not realizing every time I order, I'm pulling a sunscreen out of there and using it. And I'm like, this quality is not good. I'm like, this batch not good. And I lost money, but I would rather lose money than mess up what I built.
I just, so many questions are coming through my mind as you're just talking about this. Because this is like something I'm unfamiliar with. Shout out to the girlies and the estheticians I know creating all these natural products. Right. I even have a cousin who she creates her own like scrubs. She'll even wax herself.
Now that I did one time and I was horrified. And mind you, I'm a waxer. I used to be a waxer.
Yeah.
And I could wax coochie all day long. I
can't.
Next.
Let me tell you.
Not myself.
Not yourself.
I can do my underarms.
Right. But
it was like, no, it was like I couldn't grasp the concept of pull fast. Like, I'm like, I feel everything. I'll be over here freaking out. But no, I did it one time and I never did it again.
Yeah, so shout out to you women who just curate things though, like that, like just making products. I just always admired that. How long does it take, like, for you to even, like you said, you were trying to do this for 3 years. It's like, what? How long does it take for you to, like, be cooking up and trying to perfect, like, something before you test it on yourself and start passing it along to other people?
Well, see, my problem is I be testing everything immediately, and that's probably why sometimes I have to give a PSA. I be like, all right, y'all, I'm trying something new. That's why my skin breaking out. Chill out. Like, or I be like, y'all, I'm trying a new sunscreen to make sure it's good. My forehead breaking out. Right. When my forehead breaks out, I know it's a reaction or something.
Yes.
Because my forehead don't break out. Mm-hmm. So I be like, sorry, it's not working.
We cooking up, y'all.
And then I'd be like, okay, maybe it's not good on my skin because sometimes, like the dry skin products, I'll test on my body because my body skin is dry. Right. My face is oily combination. Mm-hmm. So my friends, I'd be like, hey, y'all, are y'all willing to test this? And they're like, that. Duh. Like, okay. I'd be like, be honest. And they gon' be honest.
At least you got some people around you that's gonna keep it real.
But no, it depends on really the product or what you sell it. Like the scrubs, it's pretty easy to spot out like what's missing. Because you really can't necessarily just mess up a scrub, but you could be missing something. Uh-huh. I would say that. That's what I learned. Like, with some facial products, like facial products, you can definitely mess up. But scrubs, it's like, you can't really mess it up, but you could be missing something. Body butters, you definitely can't mess up body butters, but you could be missing a good barrier oil. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, just go fix that oil. Like, it just depends on what you're trying to make. A soap could be really drying. If you're gonna do a cold press soap, or if you're gonna do a base soap, it just depends on what it is. I personally don't do no cold press soaps though.
I love that you know your stuff.
Thank you.
This is very impressive.
Cold press soaps takes like 6 weeks to make. They're really good, but I'm not. Then you gotta deal with lye. I'm not.
What's the difference? What's a cold press soap?
So a cold press soap is like where it takes like 6 weeks versus you already buy like a base. That was another thing. It took me a minute to find a good base because one thing about me, like I said, I don't want nothing cheap. Mm-hmm. I don't want nothing booty cheeks. I need something that's good. Yeah. Okay, but lye, and I don't want to deal with lye. And I'm not waiting 6 weeks for my soap. Yeah. I'm just not doing it.
Mm. In 6 weeks, like what's like for it to
harden.
Okay, that's what I was going to say.
So it has to harden and actually like the chemicals, and not even just chemicals per se, but the ingredients have to settle in.
Got you.
And versus me waiting 24 hours for my soap. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it can still be good. Mm-hmm. That was the thing. So at first when I was like, dang, I want to make soap. And then I found out about cold press, because that's the first soap that I was introduced to was cold press. I was like, dang, I gotta wait 6 weeks for some soap. And I'm like, this gotta be a better way.
Gotta be a better way.
But then, like when it comes to a soap base, because I'm not against a base soap, obviously. You got to know you got to know a good base. That's all I'm going to say.
I still have so much to go over. I really, really do. But I love it because you, like I said, you only 25. Like, what is Brie at 30? Like, what are you even going to be doing?
Retired and rich.
Really?
Traveling the world.
So you are just on it, like eyes on the prize right now. I love that for you.
Absolutely.
Let's tell the 3 products. Share with us the 3 products of Sculpt and Heal, though.
So we have our lymphatic drops, we have our metabolism fat burning drops, and then we have our glow greens.
Okay.
Which is like a green supplement that you take every single morning. This is for people who does not take a daily intake of greens. This is your daily intake of greens in 1 scoop. And listen, you take it in the morning time, give it about 30 minutes, and you're going to be right on that bathroom toilet. And it's not like diarrhea or like when you take a detox or something like that, but people don't realize like the human body, we're supposed to poop technically 3 times a day.
Yeah.
But women scientifically does not poop as much as men poop. Men is going to poop 3 times a day. We're lucky to get 1 or 2 times. But also we need to be we need to be eating veggies every single day. And a lot of people don't like veggies for whatever reason.
Right.
I love a good veggie.
Me too.
The best diet that you could be on, like people be like, oh, you need to be on a diet. You need to be on a diet. No, the best thing that you could do is eat meat and veggies.
Yeah.
So people don't like to eat veggies, or they want it when they eat their veggies, they done put all this seasoning and the extra sauce on top and da da da. Girl, you done killed the veggie. The nutrition is gone. So just go ahead and take this scoop. And a lot of people like, okay, so my friend tried it, right? She's like, Brie, I'm gonna be honest, it's nasty. I said, but it's greens. She was like, but I feel so good afterwards. I'm like,
right, it works.
You see?
And see, some stuff, the stuff that is good for us ain't gonna always be good.
That's why I told her, I said, girl, it got wheatgrass in it.
Right.
It's disgusting. Like, I'm sorry, but your body will thank you. And I'm like, first of all, don't drink no whole bottle of water of it. It's 8 ounces. It say that on the directions.
Okay.
Girl, I just do 1 big old gulp, and I have water to follow right up behind it. And people like, well, I had green, like, the thing that I was more so focused on, people's like, well, I had greens that taste good. I'm like, your greens taste good? The greens? And they're like, yeah. I was like, what do you taste when you do it? And they're like, whatever the flavor is. I'm like, you ever had wheatgrass before? They're like, yeah, it's disgusting.
Exactly.
There's a difference. That's why. I'm like, because it's not pure. There's no such thing as artificial flavors.
Oh my God. I've been in the restaurant industry. I used to work with this guy. He was passionate about just eating natural food and stuff like that. And if something said artificially flavored, he hated that. He'd be like, there's no such thing.
There's no such thing.
That's too funny that you just said that.
That's what I be telling people. I'm like, I'm sorry, y'all. The greens is only going to get so good. Like, I don't know. I can't.
It's so funny that you say that.
And like, I tried so hard to make it taste as good as possible, and it's as good as it's gonna get. But y'all, I cannot water down wheatgrass. If y'all have ever had freaking wheatgrass, have you ever had wheatgrass?
No. Though I really am interested in getting these greens. I might need to get some today.
I should have bought some.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
I know.
Sorry.
I would have definitely got some too. Because I'm on this whole like, I've been taking vitamins now the last 2 months.
What side of town do you live on?
On your side of town, girl, east side.
Okay, period. I'm gonna bring you some.
Yes,
I'm gonna bring you some.
I'm literally closer than you think to you.
Period. Okay, I'm gonna bring you some.
So I'm excited. I'm gonna pull up on you and get them if you don't.
Yes.
But yes, I need some of that so I can support the movement.
Thank you.
And, get myself together.
Period. I got you, girl.
So you got a lot going on. You really, really do. Just even in this beauty industry. And I love the confidence that comes from you. So I want to ask you about that. Like, the confidence that you have as a woman, yes, and we'll get into that. But, I feel like you're confident as an esthetician. And I'm listening to you. I can see why you would be confident because you know your stuff. So I just want to ask you, where does your confidence come from in this lane? And how long did it take you to get that confidence in this lane? Like, you know what? Like, I am a badass esthetician. I know my stuff. The stuff that you get from me, you're not going to get from someone else. Like, how long did it take you to walk bold like that in this lane?
I'm be honest, I was always like this.
I love that. I knew you was going to say that.
But no, for real, I always be like this. But if I'm talking about it, I have to know it. And I've never been scared to say, I don't know what you talking about. Like, I've always been like, elaborate that a little bit more. Why do you say that? And then I'm gonna go look it up myself. But I truthfully feel like that's just how I got so confident, because if I'm saying it, trust and believe I know what I'm talking about.
Right.
So it was just, I always did my own research, and when I got the definite answer, it is what it is. And I'm not gonna lie, when I was in high school, I had this teacher, he wanted me to be on the debate team so bad. And I was like, why? He was like, once you know something, you ready to go to war about it. I was like, you think so? He like, because I told him no. He called my mom and everything. My mom like, Brie, I mean, do you want to do it? Like, I'm like, no. And she was like, I think this man really wants you to be on here. Like,
I can see that.
Like, I was like, nah, but I don't. And he was like, once you study, he was my history teacher. History is like one of my favorite subjects.
Okay.
And he was like, no, like when she knows something, like she knows it. And I'm like, I just be studying it. That's really what it is. I just be studying it. Like once I have a passion for something, and that's also what it is. Like I have a passion for it. I don't just do it because the money in it or it's popular or something like that. I just have the passion for it. Once I have the passion for it, I'm really interested in it.
Easy.
And it come easy. It just flow out the tongue. But like as a girl, my mom always gave me confidence. Like my mom lacked confidence growing up because she had a rough upbringing. But my mom, like, she emptied the bottle.
Brie, I love that.
Yeah.
And you're an only kid.
Yes, on both sides. On both sides.
Girl, what is that like? You know, just being the only kid. And I feel like you're
my
so
parents,
funny, girl.
I can't wait to send this to y'all.
You should have made some more.
Exactly.
But, you know, as an only kid, do you feel like, and like you say, you had your mom pour into you, but I see you pour into others. You have no problem showing up for people who are in your community. You know, do you feel like that's because of what your mom showed you? Or, you know, what was that like? What benefits or pros and cons do you see from you being like an only child? And how does it, you know, trickle into like business and personal life?
So I'm an only child, but my family is like huge. I probably got like 30 plus first cousins. Okay. Like my family is big. And when I tell you we show up and show out. So that's all I like. We always been like that. Like my family was always the biggest family to be like, if somebody graduate, we always the biggest family. If somebody at the hospital, everybody taking off, we deep in the hospital waiting room.
That's real though.
All the kids are off from school. Like we was just always like that. Like my mom just always taught me show up for show up for you. And even if they don't show up for you, show up because it's some type of benefit. Like you need to show up, and that's just always what I was raised on.
Love that.
I'm the only child. Nobody in my family is the only child though.
Wow. So you the only one.
Like that's so boring. Like so boring. I will say on my dad's side, my grandparents only had 2 kids, and both their kids only had 1 child, which was crazy. Wow. But my mom's side, we deep.
Everybody's a bunch of y'all.
Like it's a bunch of us. It's like goodness gracious. Like, but I love it. Like I love it. Like absolutely love it. I will say a con to being the only child. My friends in high school at the time told me that I'm selfish, but you're not selfish by like on purpose. Like you're really selfish by accident. You really don't understand that you have selfish ways. And I'm like, when they first told me that, I was like, I'm not selfish at all. And they're like, no, you are.
Can you see it like now? Like maybe
once they pointed it out to me, I was like, oh dang, y'all, I'm so sorry. Like I wasn't. They were like, no, like we know it's not on purpose, but by default, like
just by default, I get it.
Growing up in the household, it was me and my mama. Like unless when we had to stay with people, but other than that, it was me and my mama. Like I'm not thinking about bringing y'all food.
Right.
I'm sorry, but it's just like
I get it.
Like when I go to the vending machine, I'm not thinking about asking y'all did y'all want. It was just always me, so I always just knew like. Go
if anything, somebody getting it for you and bringing it back to you, you know?
You get what I'm saying? So it was like, it's not, but it wasn't by default, because I was the friend with the car in high school. So it was like, oh, dang, do y'all want some food? Like, you know, like it's not, I'm not purposely forgetting about y'all, because we can go back.
We can spin the block.
It's nothing. Like, it's like, I'm like, oh, yeah, y'all want some? We can go back.
But
it's okay.
Get it.
But it be like, oh, dang, I should have asked, huh?
I get it.
Like, dang, I'm so sorry, y'all. Like, and then it's like, I only get 1 of something.
Right.
Like, they was like, why you always get 1? I'm like,
it's just me.
And they be like, I'm like, dang, like, I should have did that. I'm so sorry, y'all. Like, I'm like, but we can pull back up. It's nothing. It's cool. Like, don't worry about it. Like,
I love that.
And that's when they be like, yeah, like, that's how we know you're not selfish on purpose. Like, and then, like, my friend lived with me at one point in time, and she ate my last sausage.
Oh, God.
Girl,
that would have blown me.
I was so mad, but I had to understand, like, somebody else stays in the house with you.
Yes, that would have blown me.
oh, this is how they feel.
This is right.
I'm like,
girl, I grew up in a house with 3 brothers, only girl, and I had to write my name on things.
yes, and I'm not used to that.
If my name wasn't on it, they're eating it.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I was so mad. I'm like, are you going to replace it or something? And she was like, I mean, I guess. Like, I didn't plan on to. I was like, you know what? This is me learning things.
Right.
So,
It's
no
all
worries.
good.
It's okay.
So I think it's interesting that you're an only kid, and we're going to get on this spoiled brat life. But I do have to ask you, because you come from this family that created generational wealth within the funeral home business, which I love, over 80 plus years. Like, shout out to your family. You know, that's a blessing. You don't see that often, especially with blacks. Have something in their family such a long time. But did you ever feel any pressure to go down that route, like work in a funeral home or any of that? Absolutely not. No pressure from the family to like do that.
I already told my grandbaby straight up, I'm not being no mortician. I would help you on the back end, but I'm not being no mortician. And I'm not scared of the dead. Like, I didn't help them and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
but you never wanted to do it yourself.
No. Like,
always.
And it was so funny because, like, it's not here, but when we would go up there to Kentucky, I'd be like, hey, Brie, you gonna help take over? No.
Not doing it.
No, and it was always like the men would take over anyway.
Right.
So it would be like my granddaddy is the owner of it now, but his dad, then his dad.
Right.
Then his dad. It was always the men.
The men do
like,
it.
And my mom's the only girl, so all of her brothers are morticians.
Okay.
My mom actually wanted to be a mortician.
Really?
Yeah, but she didn't go to school for it. Now, I don't think his kids want to take it over, so the grandkids is going to take it over.
So okay.
Yeah, but I already told my role. I'm doing the back end. I won't be on the front end. But my cousin wants to be a mortician. She's a girl, so
really,
she's like, yeah, I'm going to mortician school. I actually need to call her and ask her that she start. She's supposed to be starting.
And even with you being in the beauty industry, like, do people ask you, like, do you do makeup?
No, not at all.
Okay, because I was going to ask, do people ask you to do makeup on, like,
the dad?
Yeah.
So my granny used to do the makeup. Well, my granddaddy know how to do. Really, my granddaddy know how to do like Botox and fillers and stuff. Like we be having to feel the people's face stuff.
What?
But yeah, like especially if they like had a stroke, their face is shifting.
Okay.
Like, gotta shoot them up some, fill them up. He be like, baby girl, how that look? My mom is technically the baby girl because she's the only girl, but he be like baby girl number 2. But when my mama not around, he be calling me baby girl, mommy. By the way,
mama, don't be mad. Don't be mad.
And like I done painted nails and stuff, but it really wasn't like it's.
You never. That was never your lane.
No, I helped though.
Right.
Like I was never scared though. Like some
that.
people be like, "Girl, you ain't scared?" I'm like, "No," but that's all I know. That's literally
That's all you know.
all I've known my whole entire life was like it's a body in the back. Like,
Dang, that's crazy.
Because the house is connected to the funeral home. It's
really?
it's divided, but just
okay.
walk across.
Wow, you grew up in this.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Well, isn't that something?
Yeah, so it was never like, but I never had intentions on taking it over ever.
I have a quote from you.
Okay.
Spoiling yourself is a lifestyle.
Period.
I want to know what that come from because I love your brand also.
Thank you.
And again, just leading up to this interview, 2 things. I love your brand because the term spoiled can be like it's looked at like negatively, you know.
Yes.
But I get it. Like I got a cousin that grew up spoiled because she was actually an only child till she was like 12.
Oh,
you
wow.
know, so she still got only child syndrome. But when I look back, it's like, you know what? Why people mad at her for being spoiled? Like, shout out to that, you know, that she can be spoiled. So it's like, you know, I get the whole, oh, she's spoiled. But I love that you turned that to your brand. And then doing my research, I'm finding out that you're only kid. So it's like, okay, well, that makes sense. But then, and this is where we're going to go to. I love listening to you on your friend's podcast, and you were talking about the name. So I would like to go into that. Like, let's talk about the Spoiled Brat Life. You know what that is, why spoiling yourself should be a lifestyle if it's not a lifestyle, and just you know, the negative when you started, the name, everything. I would love to hear about that.
So actually, the name started because I had a boutique in high school.
Okay.
And I was like, and my friends at the time, and the girl was really jealous of me, and she was like, "Base it off yourself. You a spoiled brat." I was like, "You're right. I am gonna do that.
Take it and run with it."
And then when I graduated high school, I knew I was going to esthetician school, so I'm like, I can't be spoiled brat boutique. But my hashtag to my boutique was the Spoiled Brat Life because spoiling yourself should be a lifestyle. Because people always used to be like, "Oh, she's spoiled," and truthfully, I didn't grow up with money. You know? Like, my mama did the best that she could, and I will say that, shout out to my mom, that is a real definition of a superwoman. But I didn't really grow up spoiled. That's why I'm how I am. Like, I had to go get it. Like, this is brick by brick, for real, for real. Like, you know? So I was just like, yeah, I am going to do that. And then when I first came out, they're like, that's childish. Like, you should not name that. Now everybody loves the Spoiled Brat Life. Now people are shopping with me just off the name. People was booking me just off the name. People was like, I just wanted to come here because of the name. Like, and you had good reviews, but the name really brought me here. Yeah. I did this big old pop-up shop in Jacksonville, Florida. We was on Jacksonville
What time from Florida? I'm
Florida girl. You a Florida girl?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Okay, period. What part?
Polk County, Central Florida.
Don't know what that is.
No.
But
it's okay. We out here. We getting on the map now.
Okay, period. But so many people came over there just because they was like, I love the Spoiled Brat Life. But like, I don't even know what this is. I don't care what it is. I want to buy it.
Yeah.
Like, so it was just like, I flipped that name. And so many people told me when I first came out, like, you need to change your name. You need to change your name. I'm like, no, I said what I said.
And so I was going to ask, like, in the midst of that, did you ever feel like, dang, should I change my name?
No.
You was very stern on it from the get-go.
One thing about me, I stand on business.
That's why you should have been that debate team.
that's what he was. One thing about me, because first of all, I've always had an entrepreneur mindset. Anything, I'm a true entrepreneur at heart, for real, for real.
Yeah.
I've thought about it. So whatever you about to say, I already thought about it. And I knew people was going to grasp to the Spoiled Brat Life. And especially when they really understood what it really meant. Because truthfully, we don't spoil ourselves enough. Truthfully, especially women, we're always on the go.
Okay.
So it's like, you need to spoil yourself. I don't care if you take an hour shower and then get out and sip some wine. That's your version of spoiling yourself for that day. That's your lifestyle.
Yes, girl.
It's not I just need a day to myself. No, every single day, you need to be spoiling yourself.
Yes, girl.
And like you said, I flipped it to something very positive. People
love it.
She's spoiled rotten. As she should be.
As she should be.
Like, and I'm not talking about those little kids now. You do got some little snobby, spoiled kids. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about as an adult, as a grown woman.
100%.
You're supposed to be spoiling yourself daily because you deserve it. We work hard.
We do. And, you know, as even with like Ladies in Motion, I have like a little acronym for ladylike. We'll get into that later. But the L is like loyalty. But it talks about being loyalty. Before you be loyal to somebody else, you got to be loyal to you first.
Exactly.
Though, you know what I mean? Because it doesn't work like that, you know? Like that. So I love that. And I have to say that I seen this either on your site, I don't know. But it says embracing softness and luxury, it isn't extra, it's essential. And I love that because as women, we'll get called extra for whatever it looks like for our hour shower and getting out with our wine, you know. But you don't know that this was essential for my self-care and for, you know, me today, you know. So what was there something that you maybe went through in life, or did you go through something where you like, or a time period where you weren't spoiling yourself and then you decided, hey, no more of that, this day forward I'm going to be spoiling myself? Or that's just always been it? You've always seen the need and the priority for why we should spoil ourselves.
I truthfully always seen the need for it. I've always just been that girl who, if I want to do it, I'm going to do it.
Right.
Like, I'm going to take time for myself. But that also, me growing up as the only child, like I said, my friends told me at the time, like, okay, you are selfish and it's not on purpose. It's just like, that's all you know. So I was always like, I mean, y'all can go do that, but I'm finna go home because that's what I want to do.
Right.
Like, you know, I got food at home that I want to go do. I'm a Real Housewives of Atlanta native. I think I'm a peach holder. I'm gonna go watch my show.
Love that.
I don't gotta do that.
Right.
But also, I was diagnosed with epilepsy at 17. I just woke up on the floor one day and they had to rush me to the emergency room because I had a seizure. I never had a seizure day in my life before. Then they diagnosed me with epilepsy. But it was also because I was not taking care of myself. Girl, my epilepsy is caused by lack of sleep. I was so mad when I found out. I'm like, so all I had to do is go to bed?
All I got to do is go to sleep?
But that goes a part of taking care of yourself. People don't realize how important sleep is. And that's why I tell people, like, y'all should go to bed. Like, this happened to me when I was 17. Nobody in my family has seizures except for my little cousin. He outgrew it. But he's autistic. So, you know, by default, like, that's a side effect of being autistic. Like, other than that, like, girl, I had to go through so many doctors. Nobody knew what was wrong with me. It was one doctor in Georgia who helped me. And nobody knew what was wrong with me. And they was like, oh, yeah, it's just lack of sleep. I was like, Come again, say what?
So that's why self-love, self-care, wellness, the Spoiled Brat Life is important.
That's why I tell people. People are like, yeah, I'm just going and going and going. I'm like, that's cool, cause go get that money. But one of the doctors,
that's so good, girl,
said why? Cause in high school I worked at Smoothie King, but I was a shift lead, and truthfully, you just the manager.
Right.
That's all it is, because the manager's leaving. Like when they ask for if somebody asks for the manager on your shift, you have to come get me. I am the manager. Oh, mind you, I'm 16. I'm working with 30-year-olds.
Right.
And now I'm the manager.
That's crazy.
And I was on the cheerleading team.
Mm-hmm. And cheerleading I already know.
And I went to Arena in high school. Baby, we was probably the best cheerleading team on the east side. I don't care what nobody say.
Okay, I'm going to have to check out Arena.
We used to go hard, you know? And I used to be like, they like, yeah, you should not go to work. Who?
Yeah, so you working, you in school, you cheering.
And the doctor basically pretty much said, like, okay, so what's the point of going to work if you ain't going to be able to do nothing with it?
And that's what made you put it in
right.
perspective.
I was like, all right, maybe I should go to bed.
Rest is important.
Because I'll go to bed at 4 and wake up at 6.
And see, that's crazy, because when you're 17, you are young. So that's when they tell you can do all that. But
truthfully, you can't.
Because
your brain isn't even developed. Like, it came back, my brain is abnormal on the left side. Whatever's in the front, it's not fully developed till you're 25. So when I'm 17, you know, I'm just going, because I want that money. Mm-hmm. I want that money. Mm-hmm. That's all it is, too. I just want the money. So it was like, okay, girl, chill out. You know, maybe you should take some time off of work. And it wasn't even this time off of work. Like, I'm a night owl.
Yeah.
I'm a night owl.
I get it. Like, so you just be up late. Now it's like, oh, crap, I got to be to sleep because I got to wake up early.
Right. So then my doctor was like, well, you got to get a full 8 hours of sleep. I'm like, 8 hours?
Mm-hmm. And so are you practicing these now? Like, now since you're older, are you mindful that you need to get rest? Do you
I don't play that because I'm not
going
to have no seizure. I can say that right now. I don't got time for that.
I'm for real
I know
now.
It's like not funny to the people, but it's just like, it's funny to me because they be like, girl, just go to bed.
Girl, just go to bed. Okay.
Like, that's all you gotta do is just go to bed.
Just go to bed.
Because some people like are triggered by like lights and stuff like that. Thank God that didn't happen to me. But it's just like, all right, girl, go to bed.
Just go to sleep. You are amazing to me.
Thank
you. Because you are a beauty mogul.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, like even just listen to this. You only 25. You got so much ahead of you. You're a beauty mogul. You've already done so much, from the body contouring, the supplement line. You got a few things I want to talk about before we leave, though. Okay. The lunch lab. I want you to talk on that.
Okay. So I'm really a creative strategist.
Mm-hmm.
But you can say brand strategist too. But so I'm launching a creative agency called CEO Brie & Co. And pretty much with that is I help other entrepreneurs launch their business in a creative way. Even if you are fully launched, if you want to do a campaign, because one thing about me, I will do a campaign
and they be
down.
Good.
Thank you. I will do a campaign down. I'm big on brand events. Like, I love doing that type of stuff. And that's what I found was my marketing strategy. Like, I never ran ads or anything like that. Like, mine was straight leg work, or I'm doing campaigns and I caught a lot of people's attention type thing. So basically, the Launch Lab, I saw that a lot of people launch their business wrong. Yes. Or they launch their products wrong. Or they be like, business is not booming. And I be like, what you be doing? They be like, I post on my stories, or I post a reel. I be like, oh. Yeah. You know it's 50,000 other people who do what you do, right?
Right.
Here.
Right.
Not you. Especially if you have a business online, you know, you competing with the world.
Yes, girl.
So it'd be like, you can't just do that. Mm-hmm. And I saw again, there was a gap. And I want to be the bridge. So it was like, all right, let me show y'all exactly what to do. So I created the Launch Lab, where we got in the lab, we did a webinar, and I pretty much taught people, you know, it really opened their eyes. People loved it. I was so happy. It is so good. And people realized, like, dang, maybe I am doing this wrong. Mm-hmm. And I feel like a lot of people feel like they could do everything themselves. You can't. Go get some help. Like I was saying earlier, like, I didn't want to hire employees, but I went and got help with something else. Yeah. That's how I was able to balance it. Yeah. It's a system. Like, when I was trying to do everything myself, girl, it was a flop.
Yes. And so systems and strategies, people don't realize that's important in business, you know? And so again, and doing my research, because when I heard this and just getting prepared for this, it stood out to me. You were talking about your billboards, and you said the first one, it was just like, okay, I just did that, but I didn't really have no real strategy behind it. When you said that, I was like, okay. Yeah. So, just tell me why strategy is important when doing something. Why you shouldn't just be, posting and winging it. You should be having strategy in mind when doing stuff. Like, what can we learn from you, the strategist herself?
Without strategy, that's like you going to go get a car and never getting an oil change. Your car not going to work. Mm-hmm. People really don't understand how important oil changes is. Like, you do know if you don't get an oil change, your engine will literally stop working.
And that's going to be it.
It's never going to work.
No saving it.
Okay, cool. I went and got a brand new Mercedes. I might have got my G-Wagon, but I ain't going to never go get no oil change. Baby, you ain't got no G-Wagon no more. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty. It looks so good.
Oh, that is so good.
It looks so good. It looks so good, but you can't even crank it up.
That's so good.
And that's what it is with your business. Like, you can have the best visuals, but if you don't have a strategy behind it, I'm never going to see that. You got to think, like, people don't just do stuff to be pretty. Mm-hmm. Like, you got to look at other brands, and I'm a skincare brand owner, so I'm just going to say, like, topicals and stuff like that. People be seeing topicals, like, out in the world and stuff like that, but it's a strategy why they put that billboard right there where they put it at, because that's where their target audience is pinged at. Mm-hmm. Or they see that this is a popular coffee shop, and there's a lot of people in there. Mm-hmm. People with their tax bracket, who they want to cater to. Bing, I'm going to put it right there.
Intentional.
Mm-hmm. And that's where I messed up with my first billboard. I was all the way in Conyers, which I hated. Okay?
You're so funny.
I hate it. And I did my billboard all the way in the city. So people calling me like, yes, when can I do it? I tell them where I'm at. They like, oh, okay. Bing.
Yeah, because why you promoting out here and you right here for me?
Ain't nobody from the city coming to Conyers, because I ain't.
Right. So what made you put your business there? Because you familiar with the side?
No, I did it because when I went to go look at it, it was just so nice. I love the building. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, this is exactly what I want. Not looking at demographics. Mm-hmm. Not realizing that demographics is so important when it comes to business. Mm-hmm. And I was like 21, 22.
Wow.
So I was like, yep, this is and it was a storefront. So I was like, yep, this is my first storefront. So excited. And I was so big on saying I had a storefront.
Right.
But it didn't matter.
And it didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
You, though.
Like, it did not matter at all. Again, no strategy. Mm-hmm. Again, it looked good, but nothing was cranking up.
Because then in return, you losing. Now you losing.
I'm losing. I lost big time. And it's the day that I moved, right? Mm-hmm. And I moved back to a suite. Mm-hmm. So I went from a storefront to a suite, which that really didn't bother me. Some people like, oh my gosh, that never bothered me, baby. I'm trying to get back to it. The day that I moved, I put it on my story. I didn't even make a post. 3 people booked and 2 people placed a pickup order, like within an hour.
Dang.
I was there.
They've been waiting.
And he was like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy you back over here. You're way close. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, y'all.
Business is trial and error. You know, scared money don't make no money. You got to be willing to take risks. You know what I'm saying? One of my people, Lamar Pinnock, he's a photographer out of Polk County, but he's been back and forth to Atlanta. He's been booked. Okay, and so he's been back and forth to Atlanta a lot. But he just says what he loves about entrepreneurship is that the options are endless. You know, the sky is the limit. He said when you work your 9 to 5 and you working these 40 hours at $10, okay, you know that's $400. But when you go all in about your entrepreneurship, it can be $400, but it can also be $400,000. It can also be $40,000. You get what I'm saying?
No, seriously.
So that's just so important.
You would really be surprised, like, and it'd be so crazy, but it'd be like, I took that risk.
Yeah, you got to take the risk, you know.
And I'm like, people be really scared, and that's why a lot of entrepreneurs don't work. Like, I tell people all the time, I'm going to be successful because I'm okay with sitting out. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with that.
Okay,
because
girl,
this is my time to sit out.
Okay.
Girl, I ain't finna be 40 calling my mama asking for money.
Oh, Lord.
I ain't not finna be 40 living paycheck to paycheck.
I'm telling you.
I'm not even going to be 30 doing that.
Exactly,
You
girl.
crazy. I ain't even 25 doing that. You got to be... At 40, at 40, I'm on the beach with my feet up.
I'm telling
enjoying the fruits of my labor.
New levels, new legacy. What is the mindset that you are adapting here in 2026 to make you reach new levels in your business and create new legacy within your business and yourself? And what else is out there for Brie? Like, you also got Briefcase. I want to talk about that.
Yes, so that's a part of my CEO Brie and Co. So CEO Brie, I actually tried for so long to make that like a personal brand. And I was trying different things. Like I had like ebooks. And it never stuck. And I fasted and I just asked God, like, help me. Like, I know I can do that. I know I'm a personal brand, but what is it?
Right.
And it was like, one night, I kid you not, I was supposed to be going to sleep.
Go to sleep,
I was supposed to
Brie.
be going to sleep. I told my boyfriend, I said, hold on. I was like, something just came to my mind. It was like creative agency. Like, it was just dropped on my head. I was like, no, I got to get in ChatGPT, see if this is even a real thing.
Yeah.
And it was a real thing. I was like, this is there. I said, this is my lane right here. This is my speed. And so with CEO Brie and CEO is like the main like subject of it. And I'm talking to ChatGPT. I'm like, okay, I need to come up with a really good name because for the Spoiled Brat Life, I call my people Brat Babes.
Okay.
I'm like, with Brat Babes, but I need a name for my people. But I needed to be like, and it was like briefcase.
I love that, by the way.
I was like, Chad, you
Snap.
cook something up with that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest, I'm not the best speller. So I was like, is this really how you spell briefcase?
Yes, girl.
And they're like, yes. I'm like, wow. So my name, Brie.
It's in that.
And agency, it's
I
like
love
official.
that.
So it's like a briefcase. Like you're going to have a briefcase.
And when you see anybody with a briefcase, you know they mean business.
You know they mean business.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay.
So
who
it's
is
like,
that?
wow. And they was like, yes, this
What
is
they
so
got in there?
agency coded.
I
was
love
like,
it.
Wow. But my chat GPT, that's why I be telling like a lot of people like, yeah, I be talking to chat and then their chat is so mediocre, but I go into so much detail in my chat.
Yo.
So they knew like briefcase.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. I told them to give me options. They was like, no.
This is the
Briefcase.
one. It's the one. That's definitely the one.
Yeah.
I mean, when I seen it, I was like, oh, okay, she did. She ate with that. I promise you.
Right.
I seen it right away, and
I was like, I
thought
love
you
this.
ate with that.
Thank you so much.
Yes, girl.
That's the reaction that I want.
So what can we expect? Just like within, just like your services when it comes to this, like what can we expect? If somebody comes to you and say they're in need of your services, like what will you help them do?
So we have a campaign strategy where we will help build out your campaign. You will work with us for 60 days. We also have a launch strategy where you will continue to work with us for another 60 days where we help you launch your business. We also have brand events. If you want to throw your own brand event, of course, you get to work with us for 60 days. And we have creative photo shoots where you could do a creative photo shoot and launch something. For the launch lab, I did like a retro diner. I was at Steak and Shake actually. I did that type of like photo shoot.
Super cute.
Yes, and people was like, "Oh, this is so cute," and they was like, "Wait, what's going on?" But I got the attention so easy. I was like, "Yes,
yes." So you've been doing your big one.
Yes,
sure.
Thank you so much. And then it was like, people don't realize that took me 1 hour to do, but I had a strategy behind it. The photo shoot hit. It was like, yep. Perfect. So we help with brand events. We help with campaign launches. We also help with launches and brand events. That's just my speed. I could do much more, but I always tell people just because you can do it, don't mean that you need to do it.
That's good advice, girl. You've been dropping gems. That's good advice.
Don't do it. I can actually do a lot.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that though.
We need rest. We're going to balance rest.
It'll be balancing.
There we go.
I'm going to still put myself first.
Where can we stay connected with you, follow you on social media, support your services? You had a Pilates event last May.
Yes.
Are you doing that this year again? I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know. But just show us where we can follow you. And if you are, where we can buy the tickets, all that good stuff.
Okay, so in March, the Spoiled Brat Life has a super big launch, which I'm so excited for. And we will be having a pickleball event. That's my first time saying that anywhere. So we're going to get it right. So we'll be having a pickleball event. You can follow the Spoiled Brat Life at the Spoiled Brat Life. You can shop the Spoiled Brat Life for all natural skincare and wellness. www.thespoiledbratlife.com. You can follow me in my creative agency, CEO Brie _ on Instagram. And you can text CEO BABE to 470-762-4057 to stay connected.
Thank you so much, Brie. I'm so
you.
excited. I'm looking forward to this event in March.
Yes, thank you so
girl.
much.
And you heard it here first, y'all, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Thank you. Any last minute remarks? Anything else you just want to say? I love this so much. I keep looking at embracing softness. Luxury isn't extra. It's essential. So I'm going to just have that in my mind and affirm that to myself. It's not extra. It's essential.
It's not extra. It's essential. So exactly what she said. It's not extra. It's essential. Make sure you spoil yourself. Make sure you make that your lifestyle. I don't care if it's you taking a shower or you kicking your feet up and watching your favorite TV show. You do that. Mm-hmm. You do that. I don't care if you want to take a shot of tequila. You take your shot of tequila. and just more so pour into yourself, because you pour into everybody. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Always remember that. And to my CEOs and to my entrepreneurs, y'all, go get a bag. Don't ever be scared. Take that risk.
I love it. Scared money. It don't make no money.
It don't make no money.
If you scared, go to church.
Keep God first. I say that.
That's
Keep
the
God
only
first.
way.
And if you're ever confused, just do it fast.
That's good. And we're going to end there because you said keep God first. And I talked about the loyalty, yourself, then others. But the number one to that loyalty is actually God, yourself, then others. You know, you can't be loyal to yourself, though, if you ain't loyal to God. Because that's how I came across real love. You know, just like getting in that place with God, learning the words. Like, okay, this is what the Lord says about me. I ain't letting nobody else talk. Say nothing crazy about me. Because this is what the Lord say, you know? Not even me. So it's like, okay, if the Lord say this, then Mercedes, you can talk to yourself a little bit nicer. Then you can do this too, and the next person better. Because I don't even do, you know?
Better, because I don't play that.
About me. Okay. So again, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. I
look forward to seeing the 26 that you have, because I met her again second half of 25, and I just been watching you, and I was like, dang.
I had just turned 25 too.
Really?
Yeah. My birthday's in October.
Yeah, I feel like I did. I met you then, and I've been seeing you nonstop then. So, shout out to Candace.
Yeah, shout out to Mike.
Shout out to BJ.
Listen.
Because I promise you, I followed them, and then I followed you that day, but I'll be like, okay, they always, that's what community looks like. And I swear,
looks like.
Y'all is a good team. Good
Thank
job.
you so much. I just want to give you your flowers. You give everybody else their flowers. I want to give you your flowers. You are amazing. Keep doing what you are doing.
Thank you.
And I love this.
Thank you.
If you ever feel down and out, watch this clip and say, you know what? I'm going to keep going.
This March 4th, y'all. We got to keep it going, okay? So, you know, if you're tuned in, just thank you again. Make sure you subscribe to the Ladies in Motion YouTube channel, y'all. Hit the bell button, because I'm always sitting down with women that's winning, and you don't want to miss the next time I do.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.